Hello and welcome to Monday Morning Mojo, a program created by Fine Wealth where we equip you with the power to convert your talent, your passion, and skills into worthwhile, decent income generating activities. I'm your mentor, Magdalene Kamau Otieno, speaking to you from Mombasa in Kenya. Karibu! Now, I'm so excited about this Monday morning because since last Monday, we've had calls and messages coming through of people who are asking, I'm new in this. I don't know how you've been able to convert your ability to speak, your ability to write into something so beautiful, something worthwhile. And now you're able to get decent money out of it. You know, according to the SDG, I think the 8th Sustainable Development Goals addresses the need to have people or equip people in a way that they'll be able to get decent income or decent employment. And this your talent, your passion, and your skill can give you that decent employment. And I'm here as evidence, as someone who has worked in the IT field for 13 years, and yet, after doing a degree and qualifying with first-class honors, I decided to follow my talent, my passion, and my skills. I used the IT knowledge, I used my passion in meeting people and having people around me, and my talent in speaking and writing to create what you have here. I'm a business mentor, and that's why I introduce myself as your mentor. Now, I look forward to speaking to you every Monday morning because I know there are quite a number of people who are going through a hard time. And if today we can address those issues, I know that your business, just like my business, can rise. How can we create a business that you'll be proud of, where you can generate income that is decent for you and for your family or your loved ones? Today, I want us to address one of the questions that came up during the week that has just passed. The issue of people who are starting out. And I noticed a constant need of people saying, like, I don't want to go out there and tell people. And I want to tell you this. Our topic today is not marketing your product is an unpardonable sin. It is completely unforgivable. Not marketing your product or your service or your talent or your passion is an unpardonable sin. And I want to give you 5 steps as a newbie that you can use so that you can generate a decent income from what you know. And you do it right from the start. You do it right from the first time. Now, I know you're a newbie and you're scared about this, so you started and you dropped out somewhere on the way. That's not the biggie. That's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat about it. Let's talk about this. Now, I want you to walk with me through this. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to picture yourself as a wealthy person. Someone with fine wealth. And you've decided to move from whichever country you come from to Africa, where the need is great. And you formed a circle of friends that you dearly, dearly love. And in this village, let's give it the northeastern part of Kenya, where the need is even greater. When you're there, one good morning, from absolutely nowhere, 2 of your best friends come to you. They knock at your door. You open the door and they're sitting there, literally sitting on the ground. And they're feeling like they can't stand up. And you look at them. Their noses are flowing like the river. Their eyes are popping out red with tears. They're sneezing and sneeze after sneeze. You're even afraid their big swollen eyes are going to fall out of their sockets. It's scary. You look at them and you realize, I know this kind of cold. It's not really 100% a flu, it's just a common cold, but maybe slightly above the normal cold. And you remember, oh, I know this, I've seen it before. You remember, in your kitchen garden, there are herbs that you planted there, and you planted them there just in case it happens. And you know that you can gather the herbs and make a concoction that will cure your friends in exactly 3 hours flat, and your friends will be all right. They will even have forgotten they even had the cold. Now I want you to open your eyes. Tell me, would you reveal this information to them, that you have the medicine, you have the herbs that will cure them in exactly 3 hours? Would you? I don't know, but if they really, really are your friends and you're loyal to them, don't you think you would? I think I would. I know I would. Again, would you carry out the process of making the concoction right the first time? Or would you play around and test this and the other? What in Kenya we call bahatisha. You do this, you do that, you're trying in and out, yet you already know the right process. Would you? Of course you would. Because you care about your friends. Then the third thing, would you check on your friends after the 3 hours to see whether they're doing well? I believe I would. Actually, I wouldn't even let them leave my site. I would want them to sit there and I would take care of them. And you're wondering, what has all this got to do with not marketing your product or your service? Is an unpardonable sin. Now, let's go back to the story. Not giving your friends the medication is an unpardonable sin. True? Absolutely true. So, whatever it is that you can offer, whether it is making banana fiber, a sanitary pad made of banana fibers and supplying it to high schools in northeastern Kenya, or a way of preserving water or making it clean so that at least people who drink it drink purified water that does not infect them with any disease, whatever it is, whatever that knowledge you have, that passion you have, is actually a remedy for someone's cold. So from now on, my writing and my speaking and my creating this video is my remedy for your common cold. So I want you to think for a minute, what's my remedy for someone's common cold? Because once you've identified it, and I know you know it, you're just denying it. I know you can go and do it for someone else. When you've identified it, don't deny giving it to the right people. Don't deny administering it to people. And I'll give you 5 ways that you can do this right. You do it right the first way. In fact, we say when you meet someone for the first time, the first impression makes a lot of sense. It actually remains in their mind. If you said something that they found out was a lie, they'll always think, oh, so-and-so, the liar. So let me ask you, your service, is it something that can help someone who you know? Then go to them and tell them. But this is the way we do it. When you're new, I'm sure it's scary. So I'll give you 5 ways you can do it. The first way, number 1, never, ever, ever delegate marketing. Never ask someone to go and do something that is in regards to your services. Don't allow people to go and market you. Market yourself first and let them carry the news after that as a ripple effect. Why am I saying this? Because if I told someone, go and tell so-and-so that I'm a writer and I can help them, the news become vague. But when I walk to the person and say, my name is Magdalene Kamau, I'm a writer, I've seen your magazine and I'd really, really want you to give me an opportunity to write for you, and then you see how I write. That is marketing. Marketing is not anything scary. It is just simply saying, this is what I can offer you and I've seen you have a need. Simple. So don't delegate your marketing. Number 2, and this is a scary one as well, make your service a part of your introduction. Make your service or your product a part of your introduction. What am I talking about? Now, every last Friday of the month, a friend of mine and I hold an event at Tamarind Hotel here in Mombasa called Stories of Significance. Now, if you come in between 5:30 and 5:35, there's a very good chance that you'll have an opportunity to introduce yourself by name and what you do and your expectations for the day. I know that sounds incredible. The good thing is that the group is not so big. We normally meet around 30 people. We've gone maybe as far as 40. You come in early enough. If you come in before, if you're seated before 5:45, there's a very good chance you'll have a chance to introduce yourself. Now, you come in late, and the MC, chances are not allow you to introduce yourself. So this is what I tell people to do. They stand up and say, my name is Magdalene Kamau Watieno. I'm a business mentor. Now, automatically, that far, there are enough questions coming up in the heads of people. And during the tea break, people will meet you and do as you pick your tea, which actually happens before the speaker starts speaking. People start asking like, oh, what does a business mentor do? Oh, I have a business and I want you to guide me. Now that's how it works. You get a chance to introduce yourself. Now, for a good piece of advice, target attending small events that don't have more than 50 people, because the chances of having a public introduction are very, very high. Now, you target those more than the big events that have a lot of people. Think of the small ones where there are 20 people, 10 people, where people get to introduce themselves in person, because those ones are more effective. Number 3, this is fun. This should be fun. Now, focus on what you can give more than what you can get. Now, back to the event. During the tea break, someone will come and ask you, what do you do? I'll tell you something funny that happened about a month ago. I was invited to an event where we were only like around 35 people and we had to do introduction. I came in slightly late, so I didn't have the same chance to introduce a friend. Like you were supposed to get a friend and introduce them and they introduce you. So my opportunity came in and I had to introduce myself. And this is what I said. Oh, it was a blessing in disguise. So this is what I said. My name is Magdalene Kamau Otieno. I am a business mentor. I call myself my darling, which is actually my name. And I love writing. I just can't stop writing. Thank you. And I sat down. And this guy just turned, looked at me, and I was wearing my hat. I wear this hat like more often than not, literally every time I'm in public. And I had my pass that has the name My Darling on it. So immediately the event was toned down to the networking session. This guy came and told me like, you said you're a writer, I need to speak to you. Now, during that moment, the most important thing for me was to give him more than I'm expecting him to give me. He just wanted to meet the writer. So he asked me like, what do you actually do? And I said, I have a blog. I write for people in other countries. I have a few people around here that I write for, but normally I write business articles, normally on growing businesses. But I can write on parenting, I can write on family, I can write on very interesting stories. I do write quite a bit. And this guy was like, oh, wow, I want to see you. Can we have coffee someday? The idea was not to talk to him about the money that he will pay. That is what I get. I don't need to speak about it that time. I can speak about it when we have coffee. But at that point, I needed to tell him how he's going to benefit from what I offer. And that's what you should do. When someone asks you what you do, tell them what you do in a way that they will see how you can offer them help. Don't start mentioning money at that time. Of course, money is important. Who am I fooling? Money is important, but that's not the time for it. The time for it is when now you have a sitting. Because the more you explain to them, they go like, oh, wow, I don't put that in my budget. How much will it cost me? You're the winner. Number 4, my 4th point. Now, when they tell you to meet you for coffee, this is what you do. You plan your entourage. You plan the way you're going to present yourself. The first thing you do is make sure you have their email address by that time, which means the last meeting you had, you took their card. You have their email address. Email them your profile. What's a profile? Now, you know, when you're looking for a job, you email people your CV. Then they can employ you if they feel, or they call you for an interview if they feel that you measure up. But when you're looking for business, you need to have a 1-page profile that has your photo on it, a passport size photo, your date of birth, your name, your email address, maybe your website if you have all that. I'm sorry for all the noise, I really live very close to the road. Now, it should also have your professional skills. It should show like what you're so good at, your key competencies. And if you've actually done a course on this, mention it, like when you did it and where you did it. That's it. The person who reads that, the person you're going to meet for coffee, when they read it, they look at it and go like, oh, wow, you're just the person I wanted. So by the time they meet you for coffee, they already know more about you. But that's not enough. Use that moment to also research about them. And that's the second part of this, of planning your entourage, or planning your presentation. Other than the profile, have a proposal. Now, the proposal doesn't have to be written and emailed to them, but it needs to be scribbled in your notebook before you go there. You need to research on this person, find out who they are, call people, find out what does this person actually do. Why? Because when you meet them, you need to be able to hear them and then compare the notes with what you know so that you know what to offer. Now, I know that there are people that I've met when they wanted just writing, and then we found out later they also needed social media. As a part of my meeting people, I prepare the writing part, the motivational speaking part, the business mentorship part, and the social media part. All this I prepared so that when I meet the person, this is not information that I'm going to have to go digging. It's going to be fresh information that's going to be helpful to them. And then number 3 on your planning your presentation or your entourage, the number 3 is your performance. When you sit to talk with to this person, I need you to do something very interesting. It's called communication, done in 3 bits. Number 1, be empathetic. Listen to them, or actually be compassionate. Listen with a lot of compassion. So actually 1 is listening with empathy and love. Listen with empathy and love. What do I mean? When you listen, you can listen and watch other things happening. But when you do it with empathy, you feel their pain, you feel their pinch. And when you add love into it, you make it human. So this person feels, oh wow, this person is not just listening to me. They actually do care. So stop diverting your interest elsewhere. Mute your phone if you have to, and actually it's a very good thing. Mute your phone and listen to them. That coffee moment is not just a cup of coffee. It is your opportunity to serve them, give them the best of you, and get business out of it. Now, the last point, the last point is on challenges. The truth is, after you've had that coffee, there's a very good chance that this person will want to give you business. And if they desire to give you business, the first thing they'll do is to throw you something huge that is way bigger than you, and it's scary. Now, if it's not scary, there's a very good chance you feel like, oh no, this is not something I want to do. Don't be worried about it. I want you to, number 5, endure and enjoy the challenge. I know I've been given articles that are way bigger and beyond my scope, but I commit a whole week to write. And halfway through, I sent a portion of it and asked, is this what you're looking for? Why? Because a challenge is there to make you grow. Think of it as when you go to the gym. When you go to the gym, the best thing we do when we are at the gym, we endure. So you run if you have to run on the whatever treadmill. You endure the exercise on the exercise core, and it's painful. But this time I want you to put the part of enjoying. Have fun in it. Don't just go there to endure, like complete the article, complete the work and hand it over. No, enjoy. So learn from it and see what the person likes. So as you do the work, engage them. It's a part of enjoying. See where the temperament is. See what their tastes are like, even when it comes to colors or the way they like being addressed. It's the best way. Now, I know you're thinking like, wow, that's quite a bit. It's all a part of marketing. When you offer someone a good service from the first time, they'll never even treat you like a newbie. They'll look at you as an expert. I believe now you don't feel like a newbie anymore, do you? Good. Now, a recap on what we've just spoken about. I want you to think of your service or your product or what you intend to bring to the market as the remedy for someone's cold. Think of it as medicine to someone's sickness. So you feel the need to offer it. Then the 5 steps I want you to follow. Number 1 is don't delegate your marketing to anybody. Number 2, make your product or service part of your introduction. Number 3, focus on what you have to give more than what you have to get. Number 4, plan your entourage, the profile, proposal, and performance. And number 5, endure and enjoy the challenge. My name is Magdalene Kamau-Otieno, speaking to you in the Monday Morning Mojo. You're on a mission. Do it, live it. Bye.